Today's vlog from MSC Meraviglia is brought to you by cruiseline.com, where you can compare cruise prices with easy-to-use cruise search. Good morning from Barcelona. We are gliding into Barcelona and I am putting my makeup on, but you will notice the messy top knot because we are doing something that we've never done before on a cruise. Well, we've done it, but not at this wacky time of day. Mr. Cruise Tips TV and Junior are actually getting haircuts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm getting my hair shampooed and blow dried for a beautiful day in Barcelona. I think this is so fun, but I'm not doing my hair. So we're getting the makeup on. We have room service on its way. It should be here any minute. And we're really looking forward to a fun day in Barcelona. So today what we're doing is we're doing a Segway tour. Sorry, multitasking. And we booked it on our own. So what we're going to be doing is getting a cab or walking, I'm not sure how we're going to get there, to the Arc de Triomf. And then we're going to be meeting our Segway tour provider at 12:30 p.m. So we have like 3.5 hours until we have to be there. So we have lots of time. So we called the salon. They're like, yeah, sure, we can get you in tomorrow morning. I thought, well, you know, that's a kind of a good opening of time. So let's go for it. So on another note, we have been sleeping like babies on this cruise, you guys. We adapted really quickly, a lot more quickly than we did when we were traveling to Asia. We've been conking out at like 9 o'clock at night and sleeping beautifully through the night, like better than we sleep at home. So we're considering ourselves very fortunate for that because everybody has been feeling pretty darn good and getting lots of sleep and having lots of energy. So hopefully that continues. We're just past the halfway point of our cruise and everything's going really, really well. The yacht club experience is so awesome. It's like you need a few days to kind of get used to it and get to know your butler and get to know the experience, but once you do and you really relax into it and you enjoy the pampering, there's nothing quite like it. So we're gonna go get this hair fixed up, get the boys a haircut, and hopefully we can bring you along with us to show you a little bit of what goes on in the salon, and then we're gonna jump off the ship and go enjoy an awesome day in Barcelona. And we're off to the salon. I don't know where the salon is, but we're about to find it. So we're leaving the yacht club area. And do you want to take the stairs or the elevator?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Oh, Junior's already out there. So yeah, kind of leaving the entrance to the yacht club right now. The carpet changes color. It's kind of interesting. See if we can make our way. Let's stop right over here and look at this legend thing. I don't know where we're going. Okay.
Very good, and you?
Good. Really good.
So you already have the appointment, really?
Yes, we have appointments.
Okay. You can have a seat.
Okay. Just the girls. We are off to Barcelona. Yay! It's been 20 years since we've been to Spain, and we are so thrilled to be back. We are in a cab from the ship to the Arc de Triomf. It's about 12 euros to get there. Had an awesome morning today. We all went and got our hair did. Family hairdo session. Junior got the cutest haircut. Mr. Cruz Tips TV is looking pretty dapper too. And I have my classic smooth MSC blowout, which I think has become kind of a tradition on our MSC cruises. So we're off to meet our tour provider, our Barcelona Segway Tour at Arc de Triomf. Let the adventure begin. We made it to the Arc de Triomf, but we greatly misjudged today's weather. Don't let the sun fool you, folks. Just because it was 80 degrees on our balcony doesn't mean it's warm here. It's actually really cold. We walked around for a few minutes after we got here to try to see if we could find a place to buy jackets or sweaters, because we actually sent off our clothes to be laundered and they're not ready yet. But we couldn't find anything, and after asking a few locals, we quickly learned that it just wasn't going to happen. So we took the warm clothes that we had out of our backpack, put them on, and we're all feeling better. But I think we're gonna ask the Segway tour guide if maybe we could stop and try to find something warm to wear, because I think once we get rolling, we're gonna be pretty chilly. Anyway, it's amazing to be back in Spain. The Arc de Triomf is right behind me. It's grand and beautiful, and people are just kind of strolling through the area, enjoying the day. We've got about 20 minutes until our tour starts, and we're just gonna hang out here, take some photos, and look around for our tour provider, and then it's off for a 3-hour Gaudi tour of Barcelona by Segway.
And you guys signed up for the Gaudi tour, right?
Yes.
It's 2 hours and a half.
Yes.
So what we do is like we go to the new city, which is like where the cars are passing by, but we actually use a bike lane here. So don't be scared. We're never gonna be on the street. So we use a bike lane all the way up, then we turn, and then we go to this street where like there are 2 Gaudi's houses work. Yeah, 2 of them. One is with scaffolding. I don't know if you know, like you've seen it already.
Yes, we have.
He's being champ.
He really has been every time.
That's actually the last house that Gaudi has made before he was dedicating his time only to the Sagrada Familia as a church. It's the same, that's the name of the man, yeah? Who lived in this house, Casa Milà.
Well, we have finally made it to La Sagrada Familia. After 20 years, we've returned, and there is so much progress that has been made on the cathedral. After our first two stops, this one's a bit more grand, but it was wonderful to see Casa Batlló and Casa Milà as well. We're not going inside today, we're just taking some pictures from the exterior, but this is a very, very special place for the Cruise Tips TV family because it reminds us of the days when we lived in Spain.
So 12 towers for the Apostle, 4 towers for the Evangelist, 1 tower for Mary, and 1 tower for the Christ itself. So to give you an idea, the 4 towers here are 80 meters, yeah? The tower from Mary is gonna be 130 meters. So almost, you know, not double size, but way much higher than this one. And the one from the Christ is gonna be 172 meters and a half. So it's gonna be more than double size than this one.
Of La Sagrada Familia. So this is the portion of the cathedral that was originally designed by Gaudi. The other side that we showed you was actually more designed after his death. So the cathedral is set to be completed in 2026, which is 7 years from now, and that time represents the 100th anniversary or the centennial of Gaudi's death. Our day in Barcelona today totally exceeded our expectations, especially the Segway Tour. It was so much fun, and to our surprise, Junior was allowed to ride his own Segway. He was a boss. So basically what they did is they said, look, you know, we have guidelines for their weight and their height, but if they can control the Segway, we're gonna go ahead and allow them to do it. Well, that little guy got on that Segway and he did his little audition and he performed like a champ. So they're like, yeah, you could totally ride your own Segway, no problem, little buddy. And he did great. It was so cool to be back visiting all of the Gaudi sites. Sagrada Familia was better than ever. And oh, by the way, I just looked down and we're sailing away right now, so you might see the background change a little bit. Anyway, I digress. It was great to see all of the Gaudi sites. Sagrada Familia, wow, it was as grand as ever. And I guess the only regret that I have for today is that we just didn't have enough time in Barcelona, but that's the way it is on a cruise. You get your 8 hours and then you're back on the ship. But I think we got that wonderful taste of Barcelona that we needed after 20 years. So if you guys are wondering about my fashion accessory here, this is not a necklace. This is a dead cat. This is to protect us from the wind noise out here on the balcony on MSC Meraviglia. It's actually been a cold and sort of windy day. It's not like gusty windy, but it's that kind of freezing cold air that the moment you step out of the sunshine and you're in the shade, it just freezes you. So I forgot to mention what we did about our cold situation earlier today. I know I had mentioned earlier that we didn't have our jackets because they were being laundered. Well, we were ice cold in Barcelona. So we told the Segway tour providers that we were cold and that, you know, we were hoping that we could find something warm to wear. And they're like, oh, we've got jackets for you at the office. So we suited up in their jackets and they were absolutely perfect. They had jackets that fit all of us. Junior didn't really need one. He was fine, but it kept us warm all day. We didn't have to go buy something, you know, that we didn't really need at a department store in a foreign city. So it worked out great. Anyway, what an incredible day. The sun has been shining this whole cruise. We're so fortunate. And tonight, you know, we've been burning out pretty early, you guys. We've been burning out, crashing and falling asleep and sleeping our best sleep of our lives by 9 p.m. So I think probably the only thing that's really gonna happen after this is we're gonna get ready for dinner, go to dinner, try to go walk around the ship and explore some new things before we crash and visit Marseille tomorrow. So it's back inside the room for us because I'm literally shivering right now. It looks sunny and gorgeous, but it's probably like 52 chilly degrees. So I'm gonna go take a hot shower, clean up, and we're gonna get ready for dinner. It's night 5, so the Yacht Club restaurant is starting to feel really familiar and really comforting to us. We've just sat down for dinner and we had a couple special requests tonight. A shrimp Caesar salad by special request for me and a burger for my son. So we also kind of did a little throwback day today. Today was a throwback to Mr. Cruise Tips TV and I's early years in Spain. So I decided to get a throwback drink too. You guys, this drink that I am deeming the drink of the day is a Long Island iced tea. I haven't had a Long Island iced tea in probably 20 years, and boy is it refreshing. So our butler Putu said it's a little bit strong as well, so we'll see how we do. I better eat something because we really didn't have much of a lunch. In fact, when we got back on the ship today, they weren't really serving lunch. It was a really weird time. It was like 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So we actually went to the Topsail Lounge and enjoyed Yacht Club tea. It was our first time doing that. They had live music playing. I think it was a violin. Was it a violin and a pianist playing some beautiful French music? It was really entertaining. And we had some lovely tea. We all had 3 different flavors, jasmine and then mint and then some other lovely floral flavor. It was just such a special treat. So we're going to have dinner and then it's very likely that we're going to head back to the room and conk out because tomorrow we have a big day in Marseille. It is the 6th day of our cruise tomorrow and we're visiting France. We're going to be docking in Marseille and taking an excursion to Aix-en-Provence. I've never been to Aix, but I've always wanted to go, so we booked an excursion with MSC and we're jumping on a motor coach around 9:30 in the morning. So for now, folks, it is adios Barcelona and bonjour Marseille. Until tomorrow, we'll see you on the high seas. Good night.